Okay, time for a new video, and if this is the first video you've seen of mine, then thank you very much for checking it out. It is greatly appreciated. Or if you are returning to my channel to watch this video, again, that is much appreciated. As always, apologies for the average quality of these videos and for the fact that I don't really edit them, so if I stumble over my words going forwards, I apologise in advance. So, I wasn't planning on making a video at all today, but earlier I had this idea and I thought I'd sit down and talk about it. And the idea is this. I want to make a video talking about why I think the Netherlands should win the Eurovision Song Contest 2019. Now, this is completely unscripted, so I really do apologise if I stumble over my words going forwards here. But I've listened to the Dutch entry for this year's competition all the way through, only about 3 or 4 times. I've also seen Duncan Laurence perform this song live on a Dutch television show, the footage of which is on YouTube. And the more I hear the song, the more I like it, the more convinced I am that it should be the winner. Now, at this moment in time, it's not actually my favourite song of the year. It soon could be. And this is the thing with Eurovision, is that you hear one song one day and you're not so keen on it, but the following day you're in the mood to listen to it again and you appreciate it so much more. Now, when I first heard the Dutch song, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't that impressed. I found it quite dull. But now, what is it, 2 weeks later, something like that, I really enjoy it. And I've watched a few other videos on YouTube, people reacting to the song, and I'm not surprised that they love it too. I haven't seen many people say that this song is not a contender for the win in May. So I want to talk about why I believe the Netherlands should win, and more on the specific song for this year's competition in a moment. But I've got some information in front of me to make sure I don't forget anything. The Netherlands, you know, debuted in 1956, when you could have 2 songs, of course. They've won 4 times, 57, 59, 69, 75. I mean, 1975, the last time the Dutch won. It's been too long. Then again, it's been even longer for a country like Spain. But this is not about Spain, this is about the Netherlands. Last place, 58, 62, 63, 68, the semi-final in 2011. And then 2 0 points as well in that time. Now, I'm going to take a look here, because in terms of my lifetime, there has been so many good entries from the Netherlands, and I want to talk about them a bit. So, 1993, the year I was born, the Dutch song is actually my favourite from that year. Ruth Jacot with Vrede, which I think means peace. There we are. What a tremendous performance this was. Energetic, fantastic singer front and centre, great energy, catchy. It finished 6th. It should have finished a few places higher. Arguably better than the actual winner. And then I'm looking further down. 1996, Maxine and Franklin Brown. Tremendous song again. Fun, catchy, likeable, great vocals. De eerste keer, which I believe means the first time. It finished 7th. A case of little and large, because Franklin towered over Maxine. But a tremendous song. 1998, really young performer, Edcilia Rombley, Hemel en Aarde, which I think means heaven and earth. It finished 4th in what was a very close year in terms of the results. But in the years since I sort of became quite a big Eurovision fan, the more I've heard that 1998 entry from the Netherlands, the more I think it should have won. Because, I mean, Malta, the UK and Israel, who did win, finished above it. But I think the Netherlands probably should have won that year. What a great song. Again, great singer, great performance. Not much else to say. And then in 2000 you had Linda Wagenmakers with No Goodbyes. She was wearing this big tent-like outfit at first. And then the dancers were revealed and it was a bop of a song. And then in 2001, Michelle with Out on My Own opened that year's final. Really underrated. I think she was barefoot, sitting cross-legged on the stage with a couple of other people. Really quite a melancholic entry, but a really beautiful song. It finished 18th. Underrated, but it's another example of a very fine entry from the Dutch. 2003, Esther Hart, brilliant song. 2004, Reunion, acoustic ballad, underrated, great song. And then, of course, everything went a bit wrong. And I'm not really sure why. If you're Dutch, let me know what happened, because things really went bad. I mean, no final between 2005 and 2012. Now, admittedly, none of the songs from that time really that great, but still listenable, still somewhat enjoyable to listen to. In 2011, Never Alone by the 3Yays, or 3JS, I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it, last place in the second semi-final that year is a joke. Then again, the live performance wasn't that brilliant, but still a good song that should have been nowhere near last place. And then, of course, Anouk in 2013, things improved. She made the final with Birds. It finished 9th. And that song is a great example of a song that I wasn't so keen on at the time. I found it dull. But now, several years later, I appreciate it. I can see the artistic value of it more. And I enjoy it for what it is. 2014, the Common Linnets, Ilse and Waylon, front and centre, Calm After the Storm. It finished 2nd. What a result, because I know that this was a bit of a rank outsider going into the competition in Copenhagen, and then all of a sudden people were like, whoa, the rehearsals, have you seen the rehearsals of this song? It looks and sounds so good, and it finished 2nd, and I'm going to say this now, the Netherlands should have won in 2014 ahead of Austria. I have no problem with Conchita, I have no problem with Rise Like a Phoenix, but I think Conchita's image played a part in the success of that song. It's a bit of a controversial thing to say, but I think it's absolutely true. But the fact that this type of song, a country song, finished 2nd, and it's a world-class song. It's a world-class song. It's proof that Eurovision can produce great music. Great music can be heard at the contest. This is a great example of it. It did very well in the UK charts. The Common Linnets album did very well in the UK. And I followed their music ever since. There's a great song by them called That Part. Superb. But this entry, Calm After the Storm, it is definitely one of my favourite Eurovision songs of all time. The performance was excellent. The camera panned around the two of them for the majority of the song. Black and white. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful performance. More songs like that from other countries would be very welcome. And then 2015, Walk Along. That song probably should have been in the final, but then again the live performance wasn't brilliant, but I still really like it. 2016, Douwe Bob, Slow Down. Brilliant song. Again, a little bit of a country vibe. 2017, Oh Jean, brilliant. What vocals. Last year, Waylon returned, my second favourite from last year's competition in Lisbon. Okay, again, the performance maybe was a little patchy, but really good, really fresh. One of the only rock-sounding songs of the year. I mean, brilliance, left, right and centre. Great music from the Netherlands, year after year after year. This year, heavens above. What a song the Dutch have. Now, this is why I think the Dutch should win, because they have turned things around. They have done what the UK hasn't. They had really dismal results year after year after year. And then something changed. I'm not sure what they did differently. I know that they went internal. Maybe that was the biggest change of all, of course. But, I mean, 9th, 2nd, failed to qualify. 11th, 11th, 18th. So, okay, last year was a bit of a step in the wrong direction. But these are good songs we're talking about here. And the Netherlands haven't won since the 70s. It's high time they did again, because they've sent so many good songs since. Surely it's their time. Again. Surely. This song, Arcade by Duncan Laurence, is world class. It's haunting. It's beautiful. Lyrically, it's great. Now, I don't think a lot of neutral Eurovision fans care much about the lyrics of a song. But if we are thinking about the lyrics of a song, then in terms of this year's competition, the Netherlands is right up there with some of the best. The verses are so gentle. And I can just imagine the live performance in Tel Aviv. You could almost hear a pin drop. It's so beautiful and haunting and dreamy. And the music video is like that as well. And then the chorus is... there's a sadness that permeates through the whole song. And even though the chorus is a bit more uplifting in a way, it still feels a bit sad. You know, the lyrics of the song emphasise that. But it's such a tremendous entry. His voice, absolutely superb. Like I said, I've seen this song performed live. I watched the footage on YouTube. He nails it. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that this song is going to A, go through to the final, and B, push for the win. The music professionals, because that's supposedly what they are every year, these music professionals, they should listen to this and think, whoa, this song is incredible. I'm going to rank it very high. And if this song doesn't finish in the top 3, I would say, with the juries in the semi-final and potentially the final 2, I'd be really surprised. Really surprised. But the thing is, I'm a Eurovision fan. I know the juries. They'll probably give Sweden, now admittedly the Swedish entry is very good, but they'll probably give Sweden 200 or 300 more points than the Netherlands. That's the sort of thing that these juries would do. It wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, realistically, the Dutch should be winning. And the more I hear the song, the more I appreciate it for what it is. This is so good. And it's a shame it's a Eurovision song in a way, because I feel like a lot of people are going to miss out on what a great song it is. If this was by a more established international superstar, this song would be raved about all over the world. I've no doubt in my mind. And I hope, regardless of what happens a few months from now, that this song goes on to receive lots of attention outside of Europe. This song could easily sell, you know, hundreds of thousands of copies in America. No doubt in my mind about it. And I hope that he gets the exposure he deserves, because he's a tremendous singer, and I'll definitely be keeping an eye on other stuff that he does. And, you know, I wasn't so keen on this song at first. But now, 2 weeks later or whatever it is, I really do enjoy it. I think it's superb. And I can hear the phone ringing in the background. I'm not answering it, because this video is more important. It's such a tremendous song. I know I'm repeating myself. If you're Dutch, let me know what you think. Do you like this song? Do you think it's going to win? Or are you not getting your hopes up? I mean, let's not forget that, you know, Russia are expected to win as well, or push for the win. Sweden are up there. I mean, I've got the odds in front of me right now. The Netherlands are the favourites to win. And I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Some people will find it very dull. But then again, Portugal, 2 years ago, that song, oh, you know, it sounds a bit dull, won by a mile. So I don't think that matters, really. Russia are second favourites. What a load of rubbish. I'm sorry if you're Russian, but that song, nowhere near good enough to win. Sweden, yes, let's be honest, top 5 again for Sweden. Switzerland, yeah, it's a fan favourite, but will it flop? I don't know. And then Italy, yes. Cyprus, yes, but Fuego didn't win and that song won't either. Iceland, it will have to be incredible live. Portugal, I wouldn't be shocked if Portugal won. Greece, yes. Norway, yes. Malta, I'm not sure that's a winner at all. But it's a good song. Armenia, France, I mean, I'm looking at the odds here. We can rule out a lot of countries. I mean, Latvia aren't winning. No offence to Latvia, or any Latvians watching this, but you've got no chance. Yeah. United Kingdom, no chance. Let's be honest, no chance. Mid-table at best. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent now. I did say this was going to be a rambling sort of video, but like I said, the more I hear the song, the more convinced I am that the Netherlands should be winning Eurovision 2019. The performance could be incredible. It could be a very special moment. Now, of course, the running order in the final, because this song will qualify, the running order in the final will play a big part. It shouldn't, but it always does. If Duncan's drawn into the first half, then hopefully he won't be on too early. It's harder to make a ballad stand out, I think. But if he's in the second half, if he performs 18th, 19th, 20th, he's in with a really good shot. And hopefully this hasn't peaked too early. Let's not forget, in 2017, Italy were clear favourites and then didn't even finish in the top 5. But last year, Israel and Cyprus were the favourites, and they were the top 2 in the end. So I think you just have to form your own opinions and not just look at what the bookmakers are saying. But all signs point to a Dutch victory at the moment. I've seen a lot of people rank Duncan #1 in their personal rankings, and I'm sure more people will over time as well. If you haven't seen the live performance, watch it, because it's really good. And that's all I've got to say. It's too good not to finish in the top 5. It's as simple as that. And yes, Eurovision isn't always about the music, but you have to appreciate good music when it turns up. And this is a fantastic entry. The Dutch have done it again, and it's too early to say, yes, but Amsterdam 2020 sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds good, and I would definitely try and go. Amsterdam in May, I'm sure it's lovely. Rotterdam, The Hague, I have no preference. Well, Amsterdam slightly more than the other two, but I couldn't care less, because if it's in the Netherlands next year, I'll try and go. It could be amazing. Let's hope the Netherlands do well. It's too good not to do well. Let me know what you think. Apologies for rambling, I knew this was going to happen. I wanted this video to be shorter, but here we are. Until next time, I will be making more Eurovision related videos soon. Feel free to take a look at my blog, there'll be a link in the description. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now. Come on the Netherlands, I say!